So today we're going to talk about dividing mixed number fractions. And the first thing we need to do is set up the question. So we have 2 and 5/8 divided by 3 and 9/10. And the first thing we want to do is turn each one of these into their own fraction that looks like this. So no mixed number, just this, so that we can divide them. So what we need to do to each one of these is add them together. So technically, 2 would look like 2 over 1 plus 5/8. The first thing we want to do is do 2 over 1 times something here plus 5/8. And we need to get the common denominator here and here. So we want to multiply this by 8 over 8 on the top and the bottom to get an 8 here, or get an 8 on the bottom of that fraction. The next thing would be, so 2 times 8 is 16. 1 times 8, it's 8. Plus 5/8 equals 21/8. I'm going to circle that, go up here, so we know where that goes. And the next thing to do is do 3 over 1 plus 9/10. Then our next step is to set up 3 over 1 times something over something plus 9/10. And since we have 10 here, and we want to make the denominator here 10, we're going to multiply 10 on top and bottom. And this is going to equal 3 times 10 is 30. And 1 times 10 is 10 plus 9/10. And this is going to equal 39/10. Circle that one, bring it back up there, so we know where it goes. And now we're going to do each of these values and reset up our division problem. So the first one is going to be 21/8, because that corresponds to what's first up here, divided by 39/10. And this is where we keep, change, flip, keep the first fraction, change division to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. And so then 21 times 10 is 210. And 8 times 39, I have to set that one up. And now 8 times 39, go over here. 8 times 9 is 72. And 3 times 8 is 24. 31. Plus 7 is 31. So then we have 312 up here. And then since these are pretty large numbers, they both end in even numbers. So we know they'll be at least divisible by 2. So this is definitely going to need to be simplified. So if we have 210 over 312, the easiest way to simplify this would be to do the prime factorization. So to find the prime factorization of this fraction, we're going to change it to all the prime factors of 210 on the top and 312 on the bottom. So we want to start with dividing 210 by the smallest prime number possible, which is 2. So dividing that, 1 times 2, 2. Subtract, that equals 0. Bring down the 1. That's going to be 0 since we can't do anything here. 1 is too small, but we still have to keep going because we have something there. So we have 0 there, 0, or actually, we still have a 1 here. bring down 0. Because it's 1 minus 0. So you keep the 1. And then bring down the 0, and that's going to be 5, because 2 times 5 is 10. So we got 2 times 105. And now we want to do 105 divided by the smallest prime number. But we don't want to do 2 because 5 is the ending number. So it's odd. It's not going to be divisible by 2. So the next possible number is 3. Let's try that. 3 times 3 is 9. Minus, that's going to be 1. Bring down the 5. And 3 times 5 is 15. Now we're done. So then this 105 is going to change to 3 times 35. Because here we have 3 times 35 equals 105. And 105 times 2 equals 210. So we're just replacing it with the factors. Next, we have 35. And we know that that's not going to be divisible by 3, but it is divisible by 5. And 5 times 7 is 35. And both 5 and 7 are prime numbers. So now our 35 changes to 5 times 7. And a prime number, don't forget, is prime number is any number that is only divisible by 1. So we'll take this to the next page. We have 210 over 312 equals 2 times 3 times 5 times 7 all over. Now we have to do the prime factorization of 312. So again, we're going to start with 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Subtract that. It's going to be 1. Bring 1 down. 5 times 2 is 10. Bring 1 down. And 7 times 6 is 12. Now we'll have 2 times 156. And 156 is also even, so it is also going to be divisible by 2. Start with 7 times 2 is 14. Subtract, you have 1 left over, bring down the 6, and 2 times 8 is 16. So now 156 turns into 2 times 78. 78 is also divisible by 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract, got 1 left over. Bring down the 8. 2 times 9 is 18. Subtract, got 0. So now our 78 turns to 2 times 39. And 39 is not divisible by 2 because it's an odd number. So next we'll try 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 0, bring down the 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So now our 39 turns into 3 times 13. And 13, also a prime number, only divisible by 1. So now we have the prime factorization of 210 over 312. And the way that this helps us reduce is that now we can mark off anything that's on the top and bottom. So 2 and 2 can be marked off. And 3 up here, 3 down here. And now nothing else matches. So on top, all we have left is 5 times 7. And on bottom, all we have is 2 times 2 times 13. So whatever this comes out to is going to be the reduced form of this, because no more factors can be canceled out here. So 5 times 7, 2 times 2 times 13 equals, so 5 times 7 is 35. 2 times 2 is 4, and 13 times 4, 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So the answer is 35/52.